Hello everyone, welcome to Linux. Today we are going to discuss what is file system hierarchy standard, what is VMware Workstation Pro. I will explain what is host system and host operating system, how to download and install VMware Workstation Pro, and creating a new virtual machine. Finally, I will show you how to installing Red Hat Enterprise Linux site on new VM. First, let me explain what is file system hierarchy standard. So you want to store the data and retrieving the data. We can use file system hierarchy standard. Linux uses the file system hierarchy standard file system structure, which defines the names, locations, and permissions for many file types and directories. So here one hierarchy standard, the first one is slash. It is a top level working directory. Somebody is calling it is a root directory. So under root directory, binary directory, div directory, etc, lib, mnt, proc, sbin, boot, home directory, root, temp, usr, opt, and var. So these are the default directories automatically created when the operating system is installed. So every directory is under top level slash directory. So that's why it is a parent directory. So you want to store the data in one systematical order, we can use the FHS standard, that is file system hierarchy standard. So here some overview of each directory. So root directory and home directory. So these two are important directories. Actually, root belonging to the super user resources. So that's why it is a default home directory for a admin user. But who is the administrator in the Linux? So by default, root user is the administrator. That root user login prompt is hash. And the second one is home directory. So files belonging to users, which means it is a default home directory for a normal user. The normal user login prompt is $. So if we create any normal user, then automatically that users are located under home directory. So it will create a one home directory for the normal user. But if you log in with any normal user like Sarah, Raju, Max or something, then your login prompt is $. But every user can access user home directory only. And then boot. It maintains system booting files information like in Windows C drive. And etc maintains system configuration files. And USR, so it maintains softwares, libraries, and read-only programs data. And bin, it is a binary files. And sbin, it is a super user binary files, which means system commands. Lib, it contains library information. Var, it is a variable files such as log files, printing spool, mail accounts, like different constantly changing files information. TMP. It maintains temporary files information. Dev, device files information. MNT. It contains the what mount points for file systems mounted after the system booted. Media. It is a removable media working directory such as CD-ROM, USB, DVD, like that. OPT. It is an optional directory for storing files and programs. So by default, OPT is an empty directory. You will keep it your personal information. And last one is proc directory. So simply a proc directory maintains system health information. So it means virtual file system. And that file system size is the bytes in size, not used for storage. It is a 0 bytes in the size, but not for storage. So this is overall architecture of FHS, file system hierarchy standard. But based on file system hierarchy standard, what are the minimum partitions? What are the minimum directories for installing Linux operating system? So you want to install any Linux or Unix operating system, you must need two directories. The first one is slash and second one is boot. So these two are mandatory directories for installing Linux operating system. But you want to select any customized directories. Sir, in Windows, by default, recommended C drive only. But I want to make a partitions like C drive 200 GB, D drive is 300 GB, E drive is 300 GB. Like you can even customize the word partitions also. But minimum directory for installing in Windows or at least C drive. At the same time, in Linux, you want to install it, minimum slash and boot directory is recommended. Okay, we have a partition layout architecture here. See that partition layout. So I want to install Linux operating system. Okay, my hard disk total capacity is, for example, 50 GB. So how can I divide the what partitions? Like I told you, slash and boot. These two are mandatories. So that's why slash is 15 GB because it is a top level working directory and boot is 1 GB. So 1 GB is more sufficient for the boot directory. At the same time, I specified the word swap. Swap is a virtual memory for improving system performance. But how to take the swap size? The swap size is what? Twice of the RAM. Twice of the RAM size. So it means double size of the RAM. So in case your RAM size is 1 GB, then take swap size is 2 GB. Your RAM is 2 GB, then it will take swap is 4 GB. So your RAM is 4 GB, then you will take the what swap size is 8 GB. But in case your system running with more than 8 GB RAM, then no need to give the what double size of the RAM. At least you need to specify the what equivalent of the RAM size. So now my RAM is 8 GB, then swap size is 8 GB. When the RAM running less than 8 GB, then you can give the what double size of the RAM. Otherwise, at least equivalent size of the RAM. So now constantly changing files like log files or mail accounts or printing information. So that's what I specified where directory is 10 GB. So this is my partition layout. So based on this partition layout, now I will show you how to install and how to download and install VMware Workstation Pro. Downloading and installing VMware Workstation Pro. Let me start. What is VMware Workstation Pro? VMware Workstation Pro is the industry standard software for running multiple operating systems as virtual machines. It is nothing but VMs on a single Linux or Windows PC. VMware Workstation Pro helps you to create, configure, and manage virtual servers. Now, introducing VMware Workstation Pro 16. So what are the new features in Workstation Pro 16? It will support containers and Kubernetes, new guest operating system support like RHEL 8.2, Fedora 32, Debian 10.5, sandboxed graphics, USB 3.1 controller support, larger VM support, dark mode, vSphere 7.0 support, performance improvements. These are the what new features in VMware Workstation Pro 16. So now what is host system and host operating system? The physical computer on which you install Workstation Pro is called as host system, and its operating system is called as the host operating system. To run Workstation Pro, the host system and the host operating system must meet specific hardware and software requirements. And what are the requirements for installing VMware Workstation Pro 16? For supported processors to run 64-bit guest operating systems, the host system must use one of the following processor: an AMD CPU with AMD V support, an Intel processor it will support with VTX support. So these two are the what hypervisor supports. So AMD processors must enable AMD V option, and Intel processor must be enable VTX support. And memory requirements for the host systems: the minimum memory required 2 GB, but 4 GB and above is what recommended. Now I will show you how to download VMware Workstation Pro 16. And before downloading, please ensure that your physical machine meets the system requirements for VMware Workstation Pro. Now get to the VMware Workstation Download Center. Type VMware Workstation Pro 16 download in the Google. In the second tab, download VMware Workstation Pro. So here, download VMware Workstation Pro. What is VMware Workstation 16 Pro? VMware Workstation Pro is the industry standard desktop hypervisor for running virtual machines on Linux or Windows PCs. So here two options. First one is Workstation 16 Pro for Windows environment and Workstation 16 Pro for Linux environment. So as your requirement, please download the software. Your base OS is Windows, then select here. In case your base operating system is Linux, then say second one. But already I downloaded, so directly I will go for the what installation. So here my downloaded VMware Workstation 16 software. The step one, double click on VMware Workstation 16. So select yes. So welcome to VMware Workstation Pro Wizard. Click on next and select end user license agreement. Click on next. So this is the installation path. By default C drive, but you want to install in any another drive, then change the path and install it. And myself C drive. Click on next and then next. So shortcut on desktop and even start menu. Click on next, then install. It will take around 1 to 2 minutes. Right. So installation is finished. But here one more option, license option. You have any license key, just add the word license. Otherwise, by default 30 days is the trial version. Just finish it. So this is overall VMware Workstation 16 download and install procedure. After installing VMware Workstation, so now you have a one icon on desktop, VMware Workstation Pro. So now just open VMware Workstation for creating new virtual machine. So by default, it is looking like this. Okay, this is the home page. First, create a new virtual machine. Then here two steps. Select your typical option or custom option. So by default typical. Next, and please be select I will install the operating system later. So because I want to install the operating system with custom options. So that's why please select I will install the operating system later option. Then next, so which operating system you want to install? Linux or Windows or VMware or something. Okay, I want Linux. Which Linux operating system? I want Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. So select Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. And the next, so what is the VM name? So VM name is RHL 8, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. So by default, the installation location is C drive, but I don't have a space under C drive. So that's why I want to change the word drive spaces with a D. So now I want to create a VM under D drive. Under D drive, I want to make a new folder RHL 8. Then okay. So now the installation location is under D drive RHL 8. Then next option, what is the VM size? Okay, I told you my hard disk capacity is 50 GB. Then next, so now these are the what selected options: name of the VM, location of the VM, version of the workstation, operating system you selected Red Hat 8, and hard disk capacity 50 GB. And now RAM size is 2 GB. Network adapter NAT and other devices are CD-ROM USB controller on. So now everything seems fine now. Then finish it. Right. We successfully created one new virtual machine. Then you want to change VM settings. Here memory size is 2 GB, processor 1 GB, hard disk capacity 50 GB. So like already selected options. So you want to change any existing VM settings, then here edit virtual machine settings. But you specified the VM RHL8. So now edit virtual machine settings. So we want to change the RAM capacity 8 GB or 8 GB. So now this RAM capacity please be select based on your base OS, means your physical machine capacity. Right. So minimum installation RAM requirement is 2 GB. So you want to install Linux operating system, minimum 2 GB is recommended. So in case your operating system running with already 16 GB, 12 GB RAM capacities, then you can choose the what 4 GB also. But at least you need to specify 2 GB RAM. and then you need to select the word processor. So now one core processor, then number of cores of processor is what one, that is good. Okay, then CD DVD option. But here is the option to select installation, means now we are installing operating system over the image file. And please be download Red Hat 8 image from the official website of redhat.com. But already I downloaded image in my local environment. So approximately the image size is 8.3 GB. Sorry, 8.3 edition, the image size is 9.2 GB. So now here use ISO image file. So now my image file is under the D drive or E drive. Uh, so now here ISO images, my Red Hat images are here. So now RHL 8.3 image file. But already I have. So please be download everyone RHL 8.3 ISO image file from the Red Hat website. So this disk file size is 9.2 GB. Then open. Now okay. So now power on this washing machine. Now we are installing Red Hat 8 Enterprise Linux operating system under the new VM. Right? The first step is please we select install Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8.3. Enter. You want to get a full screen, then here is the option enter full screen mode. Now welcome to Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So please be select the word language, so which is English, then continue. Okay. So now here the few installation steps, localization field, software selection, system operations, and user settings. So let me explain one by one. Localization. So the first field is keyboard language, which is English, that is fine. And language support also US English, that is also fine. Then please be select your time and date. So here time and date. So please select region and select your city. So here the list of cities and the list of regions. In case not possible to select here, and please be select here is the what India map from the world. So from the world map, please select the word India map. Then automatically the region is what? Asia and city is Kolkata. So now my time zone is Asia Kolkata. Fine. Done. Then this field is completed. Now in the second field, software field. So no need connect to Red Hat. So this is not licensed version. So it is almost, it is called open source edition only. I'm not recommended to what license, and installation source local media. And now software selection option is there. So under software selection option, server with GUI option, server option, minimal option, workstation option, custom operating system options, and virtualization host also. So server with GUI means now operating system running with CLI plus GUI, graphical user interface, and also command line interface. And if you select the word server option, then you are managing all softwares with CLI only. But when will you select the word minimal install, this operating system working with what? With basic functionality only. So all commands are not working by default because the very lightweight operating system is installed. Then workstation option. So like it is called what? User-friendly desktop system for laptops and PCs. And you want to select basic building block for custom RHL options, then custom operating system option. Then you want to create your virtualization host for supporting new VMs and creating virtual machines like that options. Then we can choose the what virtualization host. But here the best option is server with GUI. So then done. I want CLI plus GUI. That is fine. Server with GUI. And then under system options, the first one is installation destination option. Installation destination. So please we click on the word installation destination. So now overall my hard disk capacity is 50 GB. So here storage configuration selections. So two options are highlighted, automatic option and custom option. So just now I told you automatic option means the operating system installing with default directories like slash and boot only. But sir, I want to select the word custom configuration. Then please be select the word custom option because that 50 GB divided to slash is 15 GB, boot is 1 GB, where is 10 GB, home is 3 GB. Like you want to divide the word partitions, then custom option is there. So please be select custom option and done. So then here is highlighted some important options are here. Standard partition option, LVM option, LVM thin provisioning option. So now select standard partition. So what is LVM? Later I will tell you. So now please we select first standard partition. So now create your partitions. So I told you partition layout here. What is the partition layout? So now slash out of 50 GB, slash is 15 GB, boot is 1 GB, swap is 4 GB, and var is 10 GB. So now I want to select here partitions. So click on plus. First one is slash. So slash I want to dedicate it to 15 GB and mount point. Then I want to add one more plus boot 1 GB. Now need swap 4 GB because my VM size is already 2 GB RAM. That's why I specified 4 GB here. Then finally var. So var recommends 10 GB. Okay. Overall out of 50 GB, so 30 GB is completed, remaining 20 GB is free space. So please keep everyone with free space because we want to create more partitions after installing, then we can use the what available space. In case here no free space, it is not possible to creating the what partitions after installing operating system. So please everyone keep the what free space, then done. So the partition layout is perfect, then accept changes. And now please be select network and host name. So by default, the network and host name options are disabled because your network connection is what? Disconnected. So please turn on network enable. So now network connection is what? Connected. Now my machine running with 192.168.10.25 IP address. So this is the class C IP address, default router address, and a DNS address also accept. Then you want to change your computer name. Okay, my computer name is server or host. As always, you can keep it your name or anything. Then done. So network host name also connected. Then last option is user settings. Here two users are highlighted. By default, the administrator username is root. So that root user password you can create here. So click on root password. The username is root. Myself password is something. Then confirmation password. Done. Now I successfully set up the what? Root user password. Then create new normal user. This is the administrator account. So now I want to create another user creation option. Okay, myself RN Razu. The user login with Razu, then password something, done. So password successfully created for the user Razu. Okay, so now user settings are successfully updated. And don't forget the what? Root user password. Then finally begin installation. Now installation is begin. It will take around 15 to 20 minutes. So now I will pause the video until finish this process. Now reboot system and click on finish it installing. Right, after rebooting, just click on licensing, select and accept the license agreement, done. And finally, finish configuration. So this is the what Red Hat 8 login prompt. So by default here is the what normal user RN Raju. I specified already, but here not listed option is there. If you click on this, then it is asking the what username. The username is root and password and myself something. Now this is Red Hat 8 desktop. So now these are the small apps. Just select the what next, next, next. Then where is the terminal and how to open the terminal? Then where to write the commands? Under the activities, here the default browser is Firefox. Here you want to create files something here and software selection option and a help option and finally terminal is here. So this is the terminal for writing commands. Okay, by default the login username is sorry, the root user is here because logged in username is root. The computer name is server. Then the root user login prompt is hash. So you want to change the settings. Then here under preferences, like under colors. So I want to use black and white. Now the terminal settings have changed. So this is overall Red Hat 8 installation.